husband and wife who were on the old age pension. And the pastor said, I thought I was scraping the bottom of the barrel. He said, but within 6 months, after doing the Gabriel call, they went and gave their pension cards back to the government, and now they're one of the major tithers in their local church. Now, I'm going to make it available for people or pastors or individuals who want to take it to their church. And if you see Pastor, he will make that arrangement for you, or if you give him your name and address, I will make sure my office sends it into you. Now, tonight is, again, something different than what we have done in the several meetings that we have conducted here. The lunchtime meeting today got very exciting with the pastors and the Christian workers, but I want to ask you a question before I start tonight. Have you ever considered how difficult it would be for one of our Old Testament prophets to come into Tasmania or mainland Australia and carry out God's will today in the 21st century? And the one I'm thinking of is Noah. Could you imagine if Noah were alive today and God spoke to Noah and said, Noah, I want you to build an ark. And in a flash of a lightning, he gives him the specifications. He tells him at what time that the rains are going to come because he's going to flood the earth. He's going to destroy all the earth. And at the appropriate time when the ark is to be finished, God looks down from heaven and he sees Noah sitting on a rock, possibly looking up to the mountains here in Launceston. And he says to Noah, Noah, where's the ark? He said, well, Lord, you'll have to forgive me. I did my best. But there were some big problems. First, I had to get a permit for construction. And your plans did not comply with the codes. So I had to hire an engineering firm to redraw the plans. And then I got into a fight with the Occupation Health and Safety Commission over whether or not the ark needed a fire sprinkler system or flotation devices. Then my neighbours objected, claiming I was violating zoning ordinances by building the ark in my front yard. So I had to lodge a rezoning application with the City Council, and now it's with the Land and Environmental Court. I had some problems trying to get enough wood for the ark because there was a ban on cutting the trees to protect the kookaburras. I finally convinced the Department of Conservation and Land Management that the reason I needed the wood was to save the kookaburras. However, National Parks and Wildlife won't let me catch any kookaburras, so no kookaburras. When I got that cleared up, the carpenters formed a union and went out on strike. I had to negotiate a settlement with the Department of Industrial Relations before anyone would pick up a saw or a hammer, and now I have 16 carpenters on the ark, and I still don't have any kookaburras. And when I started rounding up the other animals, I got sued by the Royal Society for the Protection for Cruelty to Animals. They objected to the confined conditions in the Act and reminded me that Section 4, subsection 2 of the Act, under which the licence to keep native animals was granted, stipulates a minimum space requirement. And just when I got that suit dismissed, the Environmental Protection Association notified me I could not complete the ark without filing an environmental impact statement on your proposed flood. They didn't take very kindly to the idea they had no jurisdiction over the conduct of the creator of the universe. Then the Department of Land and Water Conservation demanded a map of the proposed new floodplain. And right now I'm trying to resolve a complaint filed with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, claiming that I'm practicing discrimination by not taking godless, unbelieving people aboard. I got that cleared up, and then I got a knock on the door. The tax office came and took my possessions and my passports, claiming that I'm building the ark in preparation to leave the country to avoid paying taxes. I'm also told I have to wait for my registration business number and my GST before I proceed any further. Today I received another notice from the Waterways Authority stating that I owed them some kind of user tax. and failed to register the Ark as a recreational watercraft. I also needed a boat driver's license, but they're still debating about how to classify the craft. I'm getting continual visits from Greenpeace, the Royal Society for the Protection for Cruelty to Animals, WorkCover, the Sheriff's Office, and numerous other government departments that I didn't even know existed. Finally, the Council for Civil Liberties convinced the courts to issue an injunction against further construction of the Ark, saying that since God is flooding the earth, it is a religious event and therefore unconstitutional. He said, Lord, I really don't think I can finish the Ark for several more years. But then an interesting thing started to happen. The skies began to clear, the seas started to settle down, and a rainbow came right across the sky. And Noah looked up. He said, Lord, aren't you going to destroy the earth after all? He said, no. He said, I don't have to. You bureaucrats have already done that.